Well, hey folks, I'm Josh. Welcome back to the shop. Today, it's nice out. It's a fall day. It's a little bit cool, but instead of being productive, I thought maybe it'd be fun to try to whittle a spin top. So we're going to go out and see if I can find an appropriate stick in the stick pile and bring it back in and whittle a top. Alright, so the material for our top is going to be out of this guy right here. That's a buckthorn. And if you aren't familiar with buckthorn, it's terrible. It's an invasive, it grows everywhere, and it grows like crazy, so I don't feel bad about cutting it down, ever. So we're going to take a piece that's a little bit bigger around than my thumb out of that bottom there, and we'll take that back to the shop. I didn't bring anything real brilliant with me tool-wise. I probably should have brought something better, an axe or a big saw or something. I just brought my Swiss Army knife. This is my farmer, and it's got a saw on it, so we're going to use that. It'll take a second, but that'll be okay. Here we go. That'll do. So of course you don't have to use buckthorn for this project. You could use any piece of wood that you find, really. You just don't want to have something that's got a hollow pith. So you've got to make sure you got a solid pith, and then you need just cut it down to the right size. So this is much longer than I need, so I'm going to go hack this off right about here. So I got a much shorter piece to work with. Alright, so there's my piece that I'm going to work with. There's my thumb for comparison. You know, get anywhere in this size range and it'll work out. So this is going to be the end. No, this is going to be the end that I use for the point. So I want to give myself a place to know where to start tapering from. So I'm going to start tapering from here. And I'm going to try to keep some bark. So we'll see if that works out. Now when you make rough tops like this, they're of course not as steady or stable as they are if you make them on the lathe, which I've made plenty of lathe tops, and they are, very smooth and steady. But this is a fun, random little thing to do. So, and then I'm going to try to keep wood up to about here. And ideally, I wouldn't have any knots or anything in this, but that's really not going to work out in this piece of wood. Looks like I'm going to have this knot involved, but that'll be all right. So anyway, it'll be tapered to here. This will be the tip. And then I'll have this. You'll be able to see this bark. It'll be kept. And then up to, I don't know, about here probably, will be the little handle that you hold on to spin it. So we'll do that probably last because we want to keep something to hang on to while we're shaping. So first thing to do is to go around and remove to make the point. So my tool of choice is this guy. Any good sharp whittling knife will probably do it. Alright, so I just took this guy out until I could step on a stump, put my foot on top of the far side and saw off, so that now I have a lot less to hang on to, but I gotta trim this down, and it's hard to do for me with all that other, so now I have this to hold on to, and I can pare this off. Well, sorry for the unusual backdrop, but this is the best way I know to make these cuts, so here we go. So here's what those cuts look like from my view, which sometimes is nice to see. So it's time for a test run. Let's see how good my spinning skills are here. Not bad. There you go. It'd probably be about maybe 15 minutes of actual whittling time if you weren't trying to make a video at the same time. Just a fun little project you can do with a little bit of found wood.